What's going on, Q99.7, Atlanta's hit music family? I'm Jade, and I'm super excited to be virtually bringing the Kid LAROI to the A. Welcome to Atlanta. What's going on?
What's up? How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're super excited. I've been playing your song Without You every single day on the show. So we're super excited to continue watching you grow. And right now, of course, you're dominating at the top of the charts. You're only 17 years old. And for me, as somebody who really loves hip hop, it's very exciting to see you just live in this space where there's so much versatility. You can pretty much do anything. So how does that feel to have like the support of the streets and the support of your peers in hip hop, as well as a lot of other people in all music genres support you?
It's really cool. It's a great thing to have, but try not to focus too much on that type of stuff. I just really focus on just making the best music possible, and whoever likes it, likes it.
We had a listening party on air for the Justin Bieber album. I was so excited when we got to play Unstable. So what's the backstory on how that even came about to be a part of that album?
I remember like a month before he sent me the song, he had hit me up, he had DM me on Instagram, and he just said, "You got the sauce," and I was like, "Oh, thank you. I'm a big fan."
It's crazy. Like, it's so crazy. When we started playing Without You, in my head, I was like, man, him and Justin Bieber will go crazy. I was freaking out when the album dropped. Like, I said this. Super dope. I hope y'all shoot a video. Is it coming?
Yeah.
Awesome. We ready for it. We ready. You know, people don't understand all of the behind the scenes risks that you take because there's so many talented people out there, but it takes a different type of person with survival mode who moves with a different code to make things happen. So is there another story that you could tell us about just a time that you took a risk, whether it was something you did in the streets to get the music out there, or maybe just in the studio, like taking advantage of a moment that you're like, it's now or never?
A whole bunch of things. I remember A Boogie, for example, when he came to Australia. So one of the producers, Khaled, that I've been working with for a minute, he knew somebody who was paying some money to get A Boogie on a song, but they didn't have the song. They asked Khaled, "Do you know anyone who could write a song?" And at the time, I didn't have any money, and Khaled knew that. So he got me this job to write a song for these people. So anyway, I did it, and I was in the studio with A Boogie and the person who they were doing a song with, and I remember I was just like, "Oh fuck it, I'm gonna just play my music too and see what he thinks." And then I just got on the aux cord and said, "Hey man, can I play some of my shit too?" He's like, "Yeah, all right." And then he played it. When we were outside of the room, just me and him, he told me, he was like, "Yo, all right, I'm trying to keep it low key, but take my number and text me tomorrow, and we can come back and we can make some shit for real."
I love that. So, that makes so much sense because
yeah.
A Boogie got that same type of swag, rap, sing, and just body the beat. So I'm like, yeah, y'all, that's a problem. That's a problem. I love hearing you talk about the relationship that you had with Juice WRLD in the past. And I know that it's deeper than just the story of the feature and everything and just the things that you got to observe. And it's time here, outside of like admiring that freestyle, you know, just him being able to do that, you being an incredible freestyler yourself. What are some other things that you observed and like you've kind of just kept close to your heart from seeing how he worked?
Seeing how hard he would work, and some days he'd have an hour of sleep and still get up and and do like a fucking 2-hour show. Right. So that was crazy, and just a lot of other shit.
There's a video I had seen of you recently talking about just having, of course, a love for hip hop, love for rap, but freestyling Tupac as literally a toddler. And I just want to know, who was the person that introduced you to hip hop music in your life or in your family, and how, being in Australia, were you still able to see all of the American culture of hip hop coming through?
My mom used to play it all the time. She'd play a lot of music around the house, so I was just listening to a lot of that shit, and I ended up like, you know, going away by myself and looking that shit up and watching the videos, and then finding like artists on my own. And but yeah, like I grew up on a lot of like Kanye and Tupac and stuff like that. So I just became like obsessed with what they were doing, and I would just study it and like watch that shit like 24/7.
With it being such a big year in female rap, have you eyed any girls that you're like, I would like to go toe to toe with them? Any girl collabs that you're like, I could see us doing something, or just something out of the box? Because I know you could do the unexpected. So I'm like, I want to know, is he peeping out the girls in the game?
I mean, obviously I fuck with Megan Thee Stallion. She's fire. She's not a rapper, but Billie Eilish, I'd love to collaborate with.
For sure. Yeah.
She's fire. So fire.
I definitely see that happening. So being from Australia, I know that you came out here on your own, which is crazy to even think about somebody your age just taking that type of risk. But now that your family is back here with you in the States, was that always a part of the vision, or was it a thing that you're like, you know what, I'm leaving I don't know when I'll see you guys again? Or were you always like, I'm gonna come and bring them here with me?
As a kid, I always used to think like, the moment I sign a deal and I go over by myself, I'm gonna bring my whole neighborhood with me and da da da. Then you realize that that's not how it fucking works. But at the end of the day, my goal isn't to grab my people from Australia and bring them here. My goal is to shed light on my people in Australia and to shed light on the scene and the country itself and all that type of stuff. So yeah.
Definitely. I've seen you say that you're like, I want to do for Australia like what Drake did for Toronto and how he's done for Canada. So I know that you want to shine a light, and you've definitely shown some love to some up and coming artists that may not have the same resources. And you've talked about that before as well. But would you ever have plans of creating a label of Australian artists, or you just want to more so just spotlight the culture period? Because I'm excited to see it. I'm like, I want to see the vlogs. I want to see the documentaries and everything of you, like, you know, out there. Just that'll be dope.
All of the above, man. Australia needs, these kids need somebody who have been like, you know, like go through the shit and have been through the shit. I know the thing firsthand because it's a lot of people in Australia that they're just not aware of how it really works and stuff like that. And that's a lot of stuff that I had to learn coming over here. So I guess if a lot of the kids had somebody who, you know, could give them the real game and tell them how it really is, then like I think that that's all it needs for it to go crazy.
Absolutely. I know that everyone dreams of, you know, having huge TV debuts and things like that. And even though times are crazy during the pandemic, you have recently, literally in these past couple months, already done Jimmy Fallon. You've done Ellen. You're not even 18 yet. In your body and your mind, how are you feeling in those moments, processing like, I'm stepping out on stage, I'm doing my thing, and afterwards, like, how are you feeling during that, and how did you celebrate personally?
For Jimmy Fallon, I just had my friends and my family over at my house, and we watched it on TV and had like a little gathering. It was nice. Yeah, I mean, doing that stuff, you know, this stuff has been like a big dream of mine since like ever since I can remember. So it feels super surreal.
So it made me laugh because, of course, I love to know like you're a songwriter. So I know you're talking about your real life and real experiences. It might be one person, it might be a collection of people that has inspired the idea behind Without You. So how have the girls, or the girl that inspired this song, how are these ladies reacting to you now that they're seeing you go crazy and the sky's the limit because you just getting started?
You know, I definitely have. they definitely try to hit me back up, and I'm proud of you. Da, 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 da. Like, man, cut it out. Yeah.
Super dope. I'm excited for you, man. I can't wait to see you live in concert. That's all I keep thinking about. Like, I need to see this boy in concert because he's gonna go crazy when you get back in front of people. Like, I love
Thanks,
it.
man. I can't
Hopefully
wait.
next time we're having this conversation in person in Atlanta. But we can't wait to see you continue to grow and continue to go. Excited for this Justin Bieber video that's on the way. What are some other things that are on your target list that you're like, I'm coming for that?
I'm trying to go skydiving, but it really scares me because I don't want to die skydiving. I feel like that's goofy as fuck. But I would love to skydive. That would be hard.
Okay. Well, I hope we get to see a video if you ever do. Yeah. Well, best of luck to you, Kid LAROI. Thanks so much for visiting us in ATL, and we cannot wait to see you hit the stage and take over one of these arenas in the A.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.